Who's been around long enough to remember that jam, huh? That's a little throwback action for you. Welcome back. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. I don't know if you guys saw, it's going to be a busy day today. It's going to be a busy ass day today. So I hope you all are ready. Yeah, no bike yet. Listen, I think I got, Rugged would make it sound like I had to buy a bike. I think they changed their mind. I think they changed their mind. We went back and forth a couple of times, and then vamoose, they're gone, or somebody left. I don't know. Maybe that person lost their job. We'll never know. But no bike yet, which is too bad. Here we go. Let's go. Sneeps is here first, of course. Happy National Self Awareness Day, says Snoopaloop, and then he says Bucks and 5. Very good. Thomas is here. We got happy birthday to Chris Weber. Timeout. Super Carl says surprising we went with Wemby versus we've gone with I think I was reading this as surprising you went with Wemby and Chet over Giddy. So that's why I was stumbling over that. But yeah, that was a good Alien versus Predator joke where you have Chet versus Giddy. Well done. What else we got here? Anything? Oh, Bossman says, you ever do a joke that you don't think is funny, but it seems to play well with the audience? I don't know if that. I think sometimes there's stuff that, excuse me, whoa. Sometimes there's things that I think are that like normally get an okay laugh, and then for whatever reason they get a huge one. I think that happens, but most of the time I don't like do stuff that I don't think is funny. What else we got? So you have to buy Peloton. I'm sorry, dude. We can't use the poor version anymore. Peloton's only from here on out, unless they come back. I forget the name of the company too, but it did. The videos about it were pretty funny. Anyways, who cares? Enough about that. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We got a busy day, as I said. So let me just give you a little idea of what's going on today. All right, NBA Bit, you already made it. Around 11 o'clock, this is going to be a recorded video, not a live video. But for you fast breakers, we're going to have our first look at today's contest. If you're a VIP, you saw we did like a 45-minute stream yesterday that was breaking down the entire slate. But today, we'll get a free version out to the public where we just kind of go through some of the over-unders and see what like was popping a little bit. But then if you're a VIP at 2 o'clock, we will have 2 o'clock, we'll have behind the paywall, the VIPs. You get to see some projections and we'll get a better feel for it as we get closer to the slate. And then at 3 p.m., our first ever F1 racing. If you haven't subscribed to that channel, go do it. James and I don't think we have Mihal this week, but James and I are going to be talking about Bahrain. We get some Christian Horner news that dropped yesterday, or sort of dropped, where like an anonymous email went out to like all these journalists and team managers or team principals, with some juice. So that'll be fun. And then 5:30, we got live before lock. We got a new game week coming at you, and then after dark at 6:30 for the So Rare VIP. So we got a big ass day. Also just fired up a giveaway to try to get us up over 1K. We want to try to get up over 1K subs over here on the Team Holds So Rare channel so we can get those ad revs, right? Right now we get memberships over there. We want that sweet ad rev money, baby. Battling a little bit of a cough here. I think it was a little bit more than that, Common Man. I think it was a little bit more than that. Sounds like he won't be married to a Spice Girl much longer. But we had some awesome basketball last night. We had some fun games. The Knicks Warriors didn't really live up to what I had hoped. But we had some other fun stuff where Wemby and Chet went nuts. Let's hold the Wemby Chet stuff for a little bit since we're only 5 minutes into it. I want to make sure. I know we usually get some more people here, so I don't want to have to talk about it and then have to talk about it again. So let's just kind of get into some of the stuff. Then we'll look at Underdog. We'll look at So Rare, and we'll get our weekend on. You know what I'm saying? We'll get our weekend on. Trying to get fully caffeinated this morning. Let's go. All right, Bucks beat the Hornets last night. Hey, shout out to Charlotte. I don't know if Regulator's here yet. Charlotte, they decided not to lose by 50 this game, all right? They kept it relatively close throughout most of the game, and I respect that after losing by 1,000,000 to Milwaukee 2 nights ago. Giannis had 24, 10, and 5 in this game. Bees had 19 points, and then Dame Time had 17 and 6. For Charlotte, Brandon Miller had a solid game. Where did he have? 21 and 7? And then that piece of shit, Miles Bridges, he had a double-double. He had 15 and 10. But who cares? Bucks get the win. They continue to mosey along as they move up the Eastern standings, trying to catch up to those Cleveland Cavaliers. You know what was a fun game? Magic Jazz. Paulo Banchero, after missing a handful of games for a non-COVID illness. I think this was actually his first game post All-Star break, right? He came out and he dominated, man. He had a great game. Early, I watched a lot of this one early in the first half, doing a lot of playmaking. So it was like assists and rebounds, like 12 points, 5 boards, 5 dimes going into halftime. And then in the fourth quarter, just took over. Had finished the game at 29, 9, and 6. And then Wagner had a double-double, but it wasn't Franz. It was Mo Vogs, 14 and 10. 19 and 9 from Keontae, and Johnny Collins had 19 and 10. Good win for Orlando, though. I know Utah's in the hey, we're going to play our young guys. We're not really trying to win games and get to the playoffs. But Orlando still just needs to keep trucking along here as they're fighting for that 6th seed. We'll look at the standings, too, because Miami had a tough game last night. So they're chipping away, chipping away. Another game that I did not watch a lick of. Brooklyn Nets and Atlanta Hawks. Man, just unwatchable stuff. Nets win 124-97. Trae Young. No Trae Young is a problem, and Bogdanovich did not do it for us last night. We had a lot of bogey. DeJounte had a really nice game, though, 28, 6, and 5. And for the Nets, it wasn't Mikal Bridges. It was Cam Johnson. He had 29 and 4. And then another German. It was the night of Germany. Dennis Schroeder. He had 23, 8, and 7. And then Kobe Buffkin had what was it? 12 and 3. I lost my spot. Yeah, 12 and 3. Just something to keep track of here with the Buffkin as the Hawks slowly slip in the standings. I don't really think we're in a situation where the Nets are going to catch them, but the Raptors could. All right, Warriors Knicks. I talked a little bit about this game. Man, I feel like this is going to be a quick show. We're going to have to find some chaos to get into here later. Maybe we'll slow down when we get to OKC. I watched a little bit of this. I switched over to this Golden State, New York. Golden State goes out to a 14-0 run. The Knicks don't score until there was like 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. They basically go 5 minutes without getting a bucket. I know No Dunks yesterday was talking about what's the longest the team has gone without scoring a point, because I forget what game they were talking about. I forget what team it was where they stand up. Was it Atlanta? It might have been Atlanta. I can't remember. But anyways, tough scene for the Bing Bong Boys. Brunson finally woke up in the second half. He finished the game at 27, 7, and 5. Josh Hart had 14, 18, and 7. Josh Hart's been playing really good, feisty basketball. But it was the Steph Curry show. Steph Curry had 9 boards at half, finished the game 31 and 11. Knicks made a couple of runs to make this a little bit closer. Closer. Shout out Neo. But they couldn't get over the hump, and they're down bad on their injuries, man. They need OG Anunoby, who I still think is a few weeks away. Julius Randle sounds like he's getting closer. Mitchell Robinson sounds like he's getting closer. They got to hold on to that 4 seed, though. I don't think they want to be slipping out of home court advantage, although they had no problem with the Cavs last year when that happened. But I know they've got the Sixers and the Heat and the Magic and the Pacers all kind of bunched up a little bit. But they're tough, but Golden State comes in. It's not like Golden State's a great game. Yeah, Hart played all but 50 seconds. It's crazy. Tibbs is a crazy man. He's a lunatic. But good win for Golden State, who, such a weird team, man. Clay came off the bench again. Didn't really do too much, just a handful of buckets. But the Warriors now 8-2 in their last 10. They're 4 games over 500. And now it's you blink a couple of times, and all of a sudden the West, the 7 through 10, I thought it was pretty clear that the Lakers and the Warriors were going to be the 9-10 seeds. And now looking at it, man, and we'll look a little bit closer at the standings here in a little bit. The Warriors are now 3 games out of the 6 seed. That's it. And the Lakers are 3 games out of the 5 seed. Like, they're not that far out from making this a little bit interesting. They still have to run so perfect down the stretch for this to happen. Because again, we only have like 20 games left or so. That's a lot to ask. But this is a little bit closer than I had expected. I thought we were going to see 5 to 8 battle it out, from the Suns, the Pels, the Mavs, the Kings. But now with the way the Kings are playing basketball, Dallas' schedule gets a little trickier now. Luke is questionable tonight against the Celtics. It was really funny. Skeets was saying yesterday in No Dunks, a second No Dunks reference 10 minutes in, that He wonders that Luka was celebrating maybe a little too hard. Did they celebrate in Toronto and then go to Boston? Do they fly to Boston right away, celebrate in Boston? He was like, I wonder how he's going to look against Boston. And then like 2 hours later, they're like, oh, he's got an ankle. He's questionable. Still feel like Luka probably plays that game, but that was pretty funny to see. Anyways, good win for the Warriors. They move on, but let's get to the prime real estate, the big meat. Spurs and Thunder. 132. Spurs get the win 132-118. And holy hell, Wembanyama. He was incredible. And I'm sure everybody's seen the clip so far where Wemby, they get a bucket down on one end. It's down. I think the Spurs are up 8 at this point. There's like 2 minutes left in the game. Chet's trying to take it to him. And I mean, it wasn't like Wemby had this like crazy jump, outreach, stretch, block. It just kind of took it from him. Just took it from him, almost that they weren't the same size. It was truly incredible. Truly incredible. Ooh, Tesla saying there's a huge Slovenian population and partying in Toronto definitely better than Boston. You say that, but there's I mean, I don't know necessarily how much of it's Slovenia, but huge Eastern European presence in the Boston area. A lot of Serbia, a lot of Bosnia, Herzegovina, a lot of that. But anyways, it was it was really incredible just watching that. I watched a little bit of it back this morning too. I watched most of the first half last night and then a little bit of the fourth quarter, but wanted to watch it back this morning. But Wemby's stat lines are just crazy. And I was trying to say this the other day when we were talking about underdog drafts, and I was like, listen, if it's not Luka or if it's not Jokic and if it's not Giannis, I'm probably putting Wemby right next to it. I'm like, those are the only guys I'm putting ahead of him in drafts. And last night even broke that rule. I put Wemby ahead of Giannis last night. I drafted him 1 overall. And it's just because he does so much. And now that the Spurs, they're pretty much secured themselves in a bottom 5 pick, right? They're letting him play a little bit more. And I mean, it's not like his minutes are insane, but he's no longer, he's been sitting around 24 to 26 minutes for so long. Last night, he played 32 minutes. Look at these numbers. 9 for 17 from the field, which isn't like amazing, but it's fine. 5 for 7 from 3, 5 from 7 from the line. He finishes the game plus 17, 28 points, 13 boards, 7 dimes, 2 steals, and 5 blocks. And as Common Man said, smash the 4.5 stocks again. It's just like must-watch television now. It's so incredible, and it seems like instead of them just rolling over here down the stretch, you're gonna have to try to beat them. And what's fun about it is like occasionally, they look fun, and it's not just like all of a sudden Devin Vassell's starting to pop a little bit. And I'm a Devin Vassell truther, but he had 28 and 9. Even Jeremy Beware the Sohan, he had 21 and 10. And the Thunder played well too. Like Chet had 23, 7 and 5, J-Dub 26, 6 and 3, and then SGA, like he does, another 31 and 6 performance. And this, but again, it was just like real incredible stuff. The Thunder got out rebounded 45 to 37, so it wasn't that much of a discrepancy. But the Spurs had 39 assists to the Thunder's 20. And they shot the one thing that the Spurs really did. They shot 48% from 3. You had Wemby knocked down 5, Sohan 3 for 6, Trey Jones to 3 for 5, Devin Vassell 3 for 6. So that's kind of the difference there. Maybe one day Wemby will become a Luka. Yeah, I mean, sure, Sean, sure. Wemby's just incredible, and he's making everybody else around him better. It's breaking my brain a little bit. Yeah, Wemby is breaking basketball. He truly is. I mean, you just see him doing a little bit of everything, and it's every single game. Every single game he has a highlight that's just like, holy crap. It's really fun. All right, Steve saying I really want to own a Skate Mental Alien versus Predator shirt. It has Michael Jackson and ET on it. Okay. All right, sorry guys, the ember's dying here, so we gotta finish out the coffee. Regulators here. Regulator, I already talked about your Hornets. Sean says, my brother, who is a newer so rare player, has been really frustrated trying to chase the Luka players without Luka. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard. Although Wemby might have done it last night. Wemby was incredible. It's those blocks, man. To lead the league in blocks as a rookie is nuts. And I mean, he's not going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Let's actually get that out of the way. Like, Rudy is Defensive Player of the Year. All right? It's a wrap. That's who's winning Defensive Player of the Year. But the fact that Wemby is going, I think Wemby might finish second. He legit might finish second. I thought it was going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. for a little bit, but we can't even take those Grizzlies games seriously anymore. But yeah, just really good stuff. And honestly, a tough loss for OKC. OKC was at home for this. No, I'm sorry. The Spurs are at home. That's a tough loss for them, though. The fact that they're competing for a 1 seed. Every game matters, and to lose a game on the schedule where you're like, oh, we're traveling to San Antonio. That's basically a home game for them. But no dice. All right, let's keep it moving. Suns beat the Rockets. Guys, for a while, we were saying, hey, what's going on with De'Aaron Fox? Is De'Aaron Fox broken? Why does he look so bad? He looked so good for a while. Now he looks so bad. Let's change that conversation and add Alfred Şengün to it. What is going on with Şengün? Şengün over the last handful of games has been real bad. Actually, let's look it up. Şengün over the last 10 games. Let's see what StatMuse averaged 18, 9, and 4 in his last 10 games. Okay, that's actually not terrible, but it's not what we were seeing from him early in the season. I feel like we've seen some dudaroonies. Şengün in this loss had 8 and 4. One thing that I thought was interesting, I was talking about this with Jeb and TST and John quite a bit as we were trying to figure out rankings for Underdog yesterday. Jalen, a lot of people were taking Jalen Green. He was questionable. And I kept pointing out, Jalen Green hasn't even been closing out games for the Rockets. He hasn't even been playing fourth quarters. And I was like, man, it seems like the vibes are pretty bad. There was a piece that went up. I think Kelly Iko from The Athletic reported on it, but the vibes have just seemed terrible. And then Jalen Green goes out there last night, and the Phoenix Suns cure-all, right? Goes out there and drops 35 and 4. Fred VanVleet looked like he was going to have a disappointing game. He kind of stormed back in the fourth quarter, leading the comeback. He had 21, 6, and 5. But Devin Booker was too hot. He had 35 and 7. KD had 24, 7, and 6. And Nurkic, 16 and 13. It's a pretty big win for Phoenix just because of where they are in the standings, but also because no Bradley Beal again. And he was questionable going into it. And it was just a little nerve-wracking for the Suns' long-term futures. But you got to just keep stacking those wins as you're battling. And yeah, Jabari Smith has been a rebound monster. You just got to keep smashing the boards. Sean was saying, so Bridges finished with 43 and Towns 41. I finished 96 with top 100, gets limited cards. Turn it out. Bridges over Towns is a big win, mate. Oh, there you go. Congrats, man. Congrats. Yeah, well, I'll look at so rare stuff here in a little bit. Oh man, I got just so many emails right now. That was crazy. My phone was going. All right, let's keep going. Only not too many games left, right? We're about to hit the last 2 of the night. Nuggets beat the Heat 103-97. I didn't see any official. Actually, I'm going to look it up right now. Any official injury news from our boy Jamal Murray? But I saw he only played 14 minutes. I had mentioned this, that I was a little bit nervous about Murray. There you go. Questionable to return Thursday with an ankle, and then he did not return. Reggie balled out instead. I was a little concerned about him playing both games. Hopefully, I did not watch this game. I didn't catch up on it. I just saw that his minutes were weird. I'm hoping that that was just more of a precautionary thing than anything else. But for them to still get this win while Miami was relatively healthy and only getting 14 minutes out of Jamal Murray was pretty impressive. Yeah, scary. I was just going to bring this up. Scary Terry airballing 4 threes, 4 triples. It was tough. But yeah, the Nuggets get this win. Bam had 22 and 8, Butler 21 and 7. The aforementioned Scary Terry had 19, 5 and 4. And then Jokic 18, 11 and 7, but it was Michael Porter Jr., which that'll get us a drop. Michael Porter Jr. with a 30-point double-double, dropping 30 and 11.
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers. Throwing things and buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
All right, well, hopefully it's not too serious. As Snoop Loop says, he rolled his ankle, went to the locker room right away. Yeah, Tesla said it's Fred VanVleet given Jalen Green the Scotty Barnes treatment. He seems to be a prime candidate to get moved. Yeah, I don't know how much of it is Fred VanVleet versus Ime Udoka. I don't know if they're vibing, if they are gelling, if you will. It's been kind of weird because when Jalen Green has been on, he's been great. But it is really Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Green. He's just not consistently doing anything. But I agree with you. He does feel like a prime trade candidate, especially because Houston seems to be we're going to win now while they're behind Utah, I think still, or maybe they're ahead of Utah now. But they're in win now mode while being terrible, and it seems like they are going to make another pretty big splash. And I don't think they'll have their first round pick because that's going to go to OKC. So they're going to have to. I don't know. They're gonna have to do something. And I agree with you, Tesla. I do think he's going to be a prime candidate there. And then the last game of the night, baby, Lakers and Wizards. An overtime game. The poor Lakers, after evicting the Los Angeles Clippers from the Crypto.com arena on a back-to-back, have to play overtime against the likes of Denny, Corey, and Pool Party. But Bags in this game had 23 and 4. The Coos had 20 and 10. Jordan Poole had a pretty good game, 34 and 7. Corey Kispert had 26 and 6. Denny, who had missed a handful of games with a heel injury, he returned. He had a double-double, 15 and 5. But Anthony Davis was the guy, man. 40 points, 15 boards, 4 dimes, 4 stocks. LeBron had 31, 9 and 4. And then D'Lo, 22, 6 and 5. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, I think I brought this up yesterday. Otto Porter Jr. It's being bought up. Good luck. Have fun with the Clippers, baby. I'm sure he'll play thousands of minutes for them. But yeah, good win for the Lakers there. Even though I guess it's like considered a trap game, right? On a back-to-back against a team that is really, really bad at basketball. But the Lakers just continuing to truck along. So let's look at those standings, because I do think it is kind of interesting. We'll start with the West because I think that's a little bit more fun. But that playing stuff is getting a little wild down here, right? So, like I was saying, you look down here. Oh, the Jazz are still a game and a half against Houston, ahead of Houston. That's just crazy town. But the Warriors are a half game back from the Lakers. Lakers are only a game and a half behind the Kings, who are playing like kind of bad right now, 4 and 6 in their last 10. Like, you look at the top 10 teams, the Kings are the only team under 500 in their last 10. You see the Warriors are 8 and 2, Lakers 7 and 3, Mavs 8 and 2, Pels 6 and 4, Suns 7 and 3, Clippers are 5 and 5, and then the Nuggets 7 and 3, Thunder 7 and 3, and Timberwolves 8 and 2. And then you see the Nuggets now only a half game back from the Thunder. I know everybody has talked about it, how Jokic sent a text to all of his teammates after the All-Star break being like, let's go get that number 1 seed. And they're now winners of 5 in a row. I think they've got the longest win streak in the is it in the league? No, not in the league. In the West, longest win streak in the league, in the West. And again, just a half game behind the Thunder, but it is in the loss column, so there's that. And now the Suns, I still think this is your top 4. I don't think the Suns or Pels are going to catch the Clippers unless like there's some injury stuff. But truly, I mean, this 5 to 10 now seems wide open. The fact that the Warriors are only 3.5 games out of the 5 seed is wild. And I really do think we're in the danger zone for Sacktown, for the Light the Beam Bros, that they might not be playing in the playoffs this year, which seems kind of crazy to say. Other than the Suns and yeah, I mean, it's 5 through 10, just like I was saying, 5 through 10. When we look at tonight's games too, do we have any spicy things as we now turn the calendar to March? So Dallas plays Boston. That's a tough matchup for them with Luka questionable. Golden State on a back-to-back in the North against Toronto, Charlotte, Philly. Who cares? Cleveland, Detroit. Who cares? Now Sacramento playing Minnesota. That's pretty spicy. Shut up, Ben Folds 5. Portland and Memphis. The battle of who could care less. And then you get Indy against New Orleans, Milwaukee against Chicago, and then Washington against the Clippers. So really, Sacramento drops the game to Minnesota, who should be relatively healthy. I know Ant was questionable, but then he dropped like 40 points on him the other night. Kings dropping another game it would be tough, especially if the Mavs and the Kings both lose tonight. I mean, that's and say the Warriors win, that's going to be pretty tight. Toy. Let's go up to let's go to the Eastern Conference here. So the Celtics, who were idle last night, now have an 8-game lead over both the Cavs and the Bucks. The Bucks have played 2 more games than the Cavs, so they have 1 more win and 1 more loss. So percentage points wise, the Cavs are the 2 seed. Bing Bong Boys, who are now 3 and 7 in their last 10, just like the Philadelphia 76ers, who are 3 and 7 in their last 10. They are in the 4-5 hole, but the Magic now picking up a W are now also 13 games back. So basically, the Magic are about to surpass the 76ers with the Miami Heat dropping a game. They fall from, I believe they were the 6th seed now to the 8th seed. Um, so this is going to be some spicy action. And I think I said the Pacers play the Pelicans tonight, so that can move things around. I also think this Chicago-Milwaukee game, it's Milwaukee's third game in 4 nights. Chicago, sure, they're coming off a double overtime game, but have been very spicy lately. So I think that's going to be fun. Sean says, does anyone besides the Celtics have a chance of coming out of the East? I mean, I said this the other day. I do think the Knicks healthy are pretty feisty. But they got to be completely healthy. We also need, I think we got to take Miami seriously and Milwaukee seriously. I'm not really scared of Cleveland. Philly, I don't think so. That's it. That's it. I do think the Knicks are interesting, and I think the Bucks are interesting. Top shot. Oh, let's just do a drop before I even read this out. Let's just do the PJ drop, baby. Let's get the juices flowing.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
Yeah, so he say PJ Washington locks down Tatum and holds him to 20 tonight. I mean, maybe. I think we might be overstating what PJ's doing on defense a little bit. Raptors just put how many on you in the last game? Who was he covering in that Raptors game? Because Emmanuel Quigley went off, RJ Barrett went off, Scotty Barnes went off. So who was he covering? Pirtle, who also kind of went off. So we're gonna chill. We're gonna chill with the slowing him down here. You should talk about the future of fast break to overshadow. Wait, did they have some takes? Do they have some takes? I don't see their stuff. Let me know what their takes are, and then we will have one. Timberwolves versus Bucks in the finals would be hella fun for those of us in the upper Midwest. Yeah. I'm down. All of those matchups are going to be juicy. But hey, listen, let's give the Midwest some love. I'm here with you. The Chevy Trax might have gone to West Coast Customs for a pin upgrade playing well recently. If he's hitting threes, he gives Dallas another threat. There we go. Oh, they're streaming their takes right now. Let's go. I like it. Do they have like a competing morning show now? All 12 of us. Missed the chance. Yeah, I missed Taking Back Sunday. You're right. That was huge L. More of a dashboard guy, anyways. All right. I think that's it for the roundup. We already went over today's games. Real quick, I'm gonna pop over to So Rare first, and then we will pop over to Underdog. We'll build some stuff here. So we had a tough L, not a tough L. We had a really good performance here in our rare contender. But what was disappointing was that we were top 10 for a little bit. I was hoping to hold on to top 20 for a tier 2. We dropped 263 points in rare contender and won of tier 3, which is pretty frustrating considering top 20 is a tier 2, 22. But Barnes dropped 73. We got 50 from Jabari, 67 from IQ, 39 and 34 from Wright and Mann. So we'll take the tier 3. We're not too salty. And then I don't think we won anything else. The limited contender, Mikal Bridges kind of disappointed. I'm sure we're winning a bunch of coupons, if you will. We did get a tier 1 in the common all offense and a tier 2 in the common pickup. That's kind of fun. And I think that was it. So the rare tier 3 points away from the closest reward and rare champion, although I think that's a coupon as well. So we'll be off to build. We have the all defense this week. That's kind of fun. Mikal Bridges signed basketball. There you go. Signed jersey. That's fun. So make sure you tune into Live Before Lock. If you missed value hunting, you'll catch up on that as well. Let's go look at rare champ. Let's build a rare champ right here. We got Jordan Santaga here. What's up, Jordan? Matherin is a tier 1. Yeah, I know. Their system's broken. Steve says, very weird that 2K. Oh, I forgot that's like a 2K stuff. Yeah. Offense should be taken. I'll take it. All right. So AD only has one game, but I imagine we go AD and Kyrie to start building this one out. We still got Trey Mann. He's still going to project really well. I imagine that leaves us 28. Let's see. 20 Bradley Beal, man. I can't believe he's still missing time. I don't know. Drummond's been kind of I bet it's going to want me to play Nembhard and then 36, maybe IQ. I don't know. We'll look at it again later. But anyways, make sure you tune in live before lock, all that fun stuff. If you haven't signed up for the VIPs yet, go do that. Go get in that VIP, baby. All right, let's go over to underdog. Let's try to find a pick 'em. Yesterday's was spicy for a little bit. Let me switch that. Let's go over here. Let's go over to underdog results. We were close for a little bit. The Wemby assist, shout out Sneeps. Wemby assist hit. Chet double didn't hit. I do think if I just went points and rebounds, that would have hit. But Şengün was awful, man. Şengün was awful. Also, the Booker assist didn't hit either. Şengün was awful. But let's go do some pick'ems. Let's go do some pick'ems here. Let's see what we got. This might be an abbreviated show today, guys. We got a busy day. So we might fire up the pick'ems because you got so much content today. Donovan Mitchell questionable tonight against Detroit. I want to hit his overs, but he's looked pretty bad. Yeah, that was tough, Weisberg. That was a tough one. I don't think I want Donovan Mitchell. Maybe we stay away from. I do like Maxey, actually. Maxey over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I wonder how people feel about this. I feel like this game stays close just because it's against Charlotte, right? It should be pretty bad. So I like Maxey. All right, Zion points, says the common man. What his points looking like? 23.5 against Indy. Yeah, I like that. For quite a bit. All right, but I like this Maxey. Maxey Zion's a fun start. Let's see if we can find two more. Let's do a four-man. Cade over 1.5 3-pointers. Okay. You think Cade's going to chuck? What about Paul Reed? You guys like B-ball Paul tonight too? Oh, I don't see 1.5 3-pointers on this one. No 1.5 threes. I don't see it unless I'm blind, baby. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, let's keep looking. What do you guys think about B-ball Paul? Wow, it scrolled all the way down to the bottom. What's going on here? This is so many NBA picks. All right. I kind of like B-ball Paul. Double-double, 2x. What do we think? I'm going to put it in there until you guys tell me to take it out. Let's see. Let's keep moving here. Golden State against Toronto. I don't know how I feel about any of the Toronto stuff. I feel like IQ should still do work. I don't know. Maybe we keep moving. Celtics and Dallas. All right. Common man, if you think Tatum is getting locked up by PJ Washington, is it Porzingis night or is it Jaylen Brown night? I feel like one of those are going to eat because Dallas isn't a team that's keeping teams under 120 points, right? So if we're gonna use that take, do we go over 22.5 Jaylen Brown? What's Porzingis at? Is he like under 18.5? What's his line? 21.5. That's kind of a lot though. All right, let's do it. It is a good matchup. Jaylen over. I kind of lean Jaylen too. You know what, common man? I'm going Jaylen. Also, 30. I don't really trust his rebounds and assists. I'm just going to take the points. I do like KP threes, though. How many points is KP? We'll do both of these. I don't care. I think this is going to be a ball and out game. How many threes is it? It looks like they don't have the 3-pointers listed. Oh, no, 2? 2. He is going to hit 2. There we go. Here we go. A 40x, baby. 10 to win 400. Actually, no. We're going to do 18 because I want to get this to 340. All right, so here we go. Wow, 18 to win 720. Let's have some fun. Maxey over 36.5. Zion over 23.5. Paul Reed, B-ball Paul, dub. Jaylen Brown, 22.5. Porzingis, 2 3-pointers. Let's ride. There we go. We're going to share this link in here. We're due. We're actually not due. We won one today. I mean, this week, so we're probably not due. But there you go. There you have it, boys and girls. There you have it. I also have looking at some best ball. I think I have like 3 lineups of the 34 advancing right now. We've got this one here. This is at 602. This has got Ant, Maxey, who hasn't even scored yet. Maxey, J-Dub. Dennis Schroeder's balling. Barnes, Ingram, and then for my bigs, Victor. This one that's gone through too, it's at 602. This got SGA, Brunson, Devin Vassell, and then Scotty Barnes, Jabari Smith, surprisingly, and then Wemby again. It's probably all Wemby. What was the other one? The third one here was 560. This is low scoring. Steph, J-Dub, and Schroeder again, and then Jimmy Bucks, Ingram, and then AD. But what is pretty surprising of the 34, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 third places, 6 third places, and 1, 2, 3 second places. So that's 8. So that like 11 of my 34 being in contention is pretty good. Weisberg saying, should we do a draft? Yeah, sure. We can end with this. Fast break Friday. Let's actually, you know what we'll do before we do it? I'm going to do the ranks. I think you still have to click Luka. Let's build our ranks. You still have to click Luka that he's playing. Like, you can't start taking Luka second. So I will take Luka. I think what I will do, though, is go Sabonis over Tatum, even though Tatum's in a great matchup. Because, listen, I'll listen to you. For this round, I will listen to you. And Sabonis coming off a weird game. Feel like he's going to be motivated. We'll get him in there. I do love Maxey tonight. I love Barnes. What I'm going to do, I am going to take Kyrie over Ant right now just because of the Q tag. I'm going to do it. Hallie's still been kind of weird. I don't really love Hallie here. Nah, we'll take him. We'll take him. Maybe he's getting healthy. And then I'm going to go Donovan, Curry, Cade, Cat, Fox. That's what I'm going to do right there. And then I am going to go Zion next. I'm going to go Zion, Zinger, Jalen. And then let's go Grant. Actually, let's go Ingram, Grant, Siakam. Actually, Siakam had a really good game. We'll go Ingram, Siakam, Grant. Mobley, who's been balling. I don't know if we're going to do that here. Steph might have the night off tonight, you think? All right, where do we have Steph right now? Well, we have Steph pretty low, so I'm not worried about it. This next range is kind of tricky here. Simons should be in a great spot against Memphis. They're really bad. Mobley's been playing really well, but I think we go Rudy next, and then I do like Jared Allen, and then maybe Mobley, Duran. I don't know why Bridges' projection's so low. Maybe because he's been playing pretty bad lately. Pirtle should be in a good spot, and then RJ quickly. Now we're up to 28. We're gonna get a few more in here. Miles Turner is such like a trick or treat thing. Let's go Vince Williams next. Actually, let's go a little off the board. Let's go Vince Williams. I'm gonna put Derek White, Tobias, and CJ, and then we'll go Turner. I'm gonna leave Kuminga off. Actually, if you think we should put Kuminga up a little bit. If you think Steph gets a night off, let's put Kuminga above Tobias, actually, because that'll be our 6th round pick. And then Darius Garland, and then maybe Brandon Miller against Philly. Keegan Murray. Let's do Keegan Murray with the last pick. We'll do that. There we go. All right, let's get a draft in. That's our ranks. Let's get one in. We'll do Fast Break Friday. Yeah, Kuminga had a good game last night. He had a good game last night. All right, who do we got in here? We've got MLA Kumal. I don't know. Jay Riddle, Andy. Oh, Andy 8052, Alano. And then the King Empire, 1984. That's a good year. 1984, a good year. Good book, too. So we get the 6th pick, which means based on our ranks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we go Kyrie Ant to start this bad boy up. Hey, can you guys do me a favor, too? If you haven't done so yet, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Can you just go give a sub to Team Hold Racing, please? I want to get that number up a little bit here. Excited to do our first show over there. So go give some love to Team Hold Racing. I don't know why it's not showing up. All right, hold on one second. I'm gonna find the link. Yeah, we're up to 9 subs. Let's get this up to like 20 by the end of the day today. So if you haven't subscribed to Team Hold Racing, listen, you can mute it. You don't have to watch any of it, but trying to get that bad boy up over that. So that we can, because first show today, All right, so it goes. So Tatum's going 1 here. That's crazy to me, guys. Luka's ceiling is 60. Tatum, I just don't see it, man. I don't know. Anyways, Maxey going 3rd. Whew, man, this is spicy. Andy 8052, Maxey in the 3-hole. What's his ADP? Is it 4.4? Wow. So I guess Curry's going 4. This is out of control. Are we going to get a Sabonis? There's no way we start Sabonis Barnes. I can't believe the King Empire is getting Sabonis right here. Man, so we are going to get a Barnes Kyrie start. I don't hate that. I don't hate Barnes Kyrie start. I like Scotty against, he's been playing much better. And then, hey, maybe Lucas sits. Maybe Lucas sits. Don't hate that, big guy. Also, don't know if you guys have seen, we're doing a giveaway too over here on, we're trying to get the So Rare channel up over 1K so we can start getting that sweet, sweet ad rev. We're up to 11 subs over on Team Hold Racing. 9 to go. Come on. Let's get some F1. Interesting. Interesting start to the draft here. So we are 5 picks away. I would love to get, I would love Simon, actually, okay. Oh, poor Zane. Come on, Simons. Fall to me, girl. Fall to me, Simons. That would be fun. Andy, interesting start. He did get Halliburton at 10, which is nice. Sabonis Mitchell, yeah, that's a good start. I mean, Mitchell's been weird lately, but he's still got such a high ceiling. All right, come on. Can we give me Simons? Oh, wait, I was scrolled way down. What an idiot. All right, we'll take Ingram. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna reach for Simons here. I want some Simons in my life. I want it. Excuse me. All right, let's see. What are we at here? Oh, wait, hold on. Are you a huge Formula E fan, Tesla? Hell yeah. I'm actually excited about it. I think I'm just gonna ditch baseball for the most part this year as a fan. Because the Red Sox have shown that they don't give a shit, so why should I? And I think I've been like a casual F1 fan. I obviously like Drive to Survive. I usually watch at the beginning of the season, and then was kind of bored last year with Red Bull. But I think I'm just gonna lock in and have some fun with it. So I'm excited. And James is super knowledgeable. He's a super fan, so it should be a good time. It should be. I'm gonna do my best to book some guests throughout too, so it's not just the two of us every time. All right, Dern or Simon? I would take Simons over Dern. I don't love I know Dern's gonna have to do some work down low. Like the minutes are gonna be there because he's going against Mobley and Allen. I just don't love the matchup. Yeah, that's why I like it too. That's why I like it. I liked Horner being a villain without being like problematic. So that kind of takes the fun out of the villainhood. Now I just really think he sucks. I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't hate finishing this draft with RJ and Vince. But I mean, if Dern drops to 30, I'm gonna take him. Yeah, I'm gonna go Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. This is a squad, baby. Scotty Barnes, Kyrie Irving, Brandon Ingram, Anthony Simons, Vince Williams, and RJ Barrett. Got a little correlation with Golden State. Oh no, not with Golden State. That's 2 Toronto guys, but with Portland and Memphis. There you go. That's the draft. That's the draft, boys and girls. There you go, right? Listen, hey, so just a recap here. We'll have the first look at Fast Break. That's going to go up in about an hour and 15 or so. We will then have the VIP stream at 2 p.m. At 3 p.m., the first Team Hold Racing show on the Team Hold Racing and F1 channel. And then, 5:30 live before lock, 6:30 live after dark. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hey, let's have a day, huh? Let's have a day. Let's have a weekend. Hope you enjoyed the content thus far. Look forward to seeing you later this afternoon. Let's get after it.